Of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Adequate notice of this meeting of the Long Hill Township Board of Education was given as required by the Open Public Meeting Act as follows. Notice was sent to the Echo Sentinel and Daily Record on October 14th, 2024. Notices were posted on the bulletin board in the first floor entrance hall of the School District Administration Building, Gillette, New Jersey. Notices were filed with the Township Clerk, and notices were mailed to all persons who have requested individual notice pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Butler, Mrs. Daly, Mr. DeJamos,
Here.
Mr. Foster,
Here.
Mr. Grosskopf,
Here.
Dr. Marr, here, Mrs. McLennan, here, Mrs. Nyquist,
Here.
Mrs. Case.
Here. We're going to start with the reason that you guys are all here tonight, so I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Alexis.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Case. We're very pleased to have our championship girls soccer team joining us. I love your sweatshirts, by the way. You look like a real team out there. So thank you for being here. And girls, I just want to say congratulations on an accomplishment you'll remember for a long time. All right, we're very excited about that. Your talent as soccer players was obvious on the field all fall, but even more impressive was the level of teamwork you demonstrated and the respect you showed not only for your teammates, but for your coach. So we're really proud to have you here, and I'm going to turn it over now to Mr. V and Coach Hochmeyer.
Okay, good evening, everyone. We're very excited and happy to recognize the girls' soccer team for their amazing undefeated season, undefeated champions. The students have worked so hard this year, and we're very proud of this outstanding accomplishment. The last game, if anybody was there, which probably everybody in the crowd was, took it right down to the wire, overtime, and then into a shootout. I was there with my 5-year-old son. He barely knows soccer. He was on edge following the end of the game. I was keeping him updated. But it really displayed grit and perseverance as a team. You stayed focused, and you helped pick each other up throughout the game, and it was amazing to see. I would also like to acknowledge some of our students who are not only involved in this team, but other athletic teams and extracurricular activities outside of school and in school, and they also balance their academics. It's a huge commitment. Time commitment to do that. So it really shows your fortitude, your dedication, and your organization skills in balancing all that time. I would also like to thank our Board of Education, Superintendent Alexis, all central office administration, all of our coaches, Mr. Hochmeyer, Jennifer Clark, our athletic director, for putting everything together, because it really takes everyone to make the athletics, all the athletic programs work. I'd also like to thank our coach, Mr. Hochmeyer. He always works diligently to set the bar high and really prepare everyone for each game. And last, I want to thank our parents in the crowd for everything that they do to support our school and our student athletes. You're the cornerstone of our students. You get them ready every day, you support them by taking them to practice, you take care of them, and you're always on them to make sure that they're not only putting their best on the field, but also in their education too. So we really value you so much. So thank you for everything that you do. And last but not least, girls, you're all excellent role models as well. So we're very proud of you, and we're very fortunate to have you at our school. So we want to take a minute now and call you up one at a time to recognize you. So, Katarina Ferreira. And if you can stay up, we'll take a picture. So maybe if you guys line up. Ginny Fizzerati. Selena Giswaldo. Annabella Giambrone. She couldn't be here tonight. And Amelia Guacha could not also be here tonight. Oh, she is here? Oh, you're here. I'm sorry. You must have snuck in late. Hadley Hurt. Sophie King. Riley Krisick. Juliana Lang. Cameron Lawrence. Sienna Lower. Maggie Lucas. Alexandra Miller. Mackenzie Miller. Elizabeth Nicholson. Reagan Pavlaitis. Sailor Simo. And Kira Vanderstreet. Congratulations again. Let's see if we can get a quick picture with everybody.
If you can see over someone's head, go in the back.
It's just so funny. I was telling you all the shapes and stuff.
Is that good?
Yeah, make sure Mr. Hockmeyer's in it.
We're gonna take one for the paper.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, good.
Congratulations, girls.
Does anybody, any comments or anything? Okay. Well, I'm gonna reiterate that we're really proud of you guys, and I'll edit a little bit of what Mr. Alexis said. He said you'll remember it for a long time, but you actually just will not forget it. And I have a lot of vivid high school soccer memories, and I probably saw my soccer coach 3 years ago via FaceTime because my friend is a teacher at the high school with him, and he yelled into the camera, "You still have the record for assists in Linden High." So you will remember it for a very long time, and we're very proud of you guys, and we hope you continue to shine. So thank you. I'm going to ask Karen to move us into executive session.
The board will enter into private executive session to discuss confidential personnel and student matters.
So can I get all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Thank you very much. Great job, Coach.
We will return after executive session to public session.
I owe all my work ones too.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tom.
We typically do an executive session.
Yeah, but it's something we can vote on.
Yeah, the briefings come later.
It also gives them a chance to leave.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry, George.
Okay, we're on.
Okay, so we are returning from private session to public session, and now moving to communications. I don't have any. George, do you have any?
I have just two items real quick. We received an inquiry about the changes. I got a direct email about the changes in the school physician standing orders. By way of background for everyone, we were advised last week by our school physician, who serves several of the local school districts, that he had to revise his standing orders, which govern the types of permissions our school nurses have with respect to administering over-the-counter medications. He told us it was caused by a change in his insurance coverage requirements and that it was effective immediately. The regional districts have been forced to take a similar approach. Parents now have to consult their own doctors to obtain orders our nurses can honor. And we know this is an inconvenience for families. We feel bad about that. We appreciate the patience and understanding as we deal with the change. We also received a few concerns about changes made to schedules of a small group of 8th graders to balance a change in enrollment in one of the math classes. This just arose recently. Despite the concerns and perceptions communicated to our administration, the curriculum and the instructional program remain the same. The changes were made in the best interest of the greatest number of students and in an effort to minimize the number of changes to student schedules.
Okay, any questions? Okay, so board, committee, and liaison reports. I'll start with Karen.
Okay, I attended the Ed Services Commission meeting in November, and the most important thing is the school actually is going to be closing at the end of this. Their school is actually going to be closing at the end of this school year. They put it in writing and notified the state. And so they're moving ahead on placements for their students, and actually in October, 3 of the students were placed already in alternate programs. So they still have 8 students that they have to place. 4 students are going to be graduating at the end of this year, so that was taken care of. So they work with the local school districts to see if they need an out-of-district placement or they can handle it in school. But anyway, that's it. So it is definitely closing. With respect to governance, we did have a meeting. We talked about, we thought it was a good session that we had, for the goal review. And it was good to be introduced to our new representative. I think you all got the note that I sent out, or the email I sent out regarding the transition report. And hopefully it'll make it a lot easier for you to work on. And what I didn't identify there, and I should have, the goals are even up on the website, so you can even cut and paste your goals. You don't have to do all that kind of typing and everything. So hopefully this will work well. If not, give us feedback and we can change it. But thank you, Jack, for doing this. I did complete a review of the committee agenda and minutes, and I believe I sent it to my committee and all, and we'll just review it and see what's what. Okay, I guess the big thing is, when we were asking ourselves, what should we be working on? One of the things that we were concerned about is some committees, when they're not able to meet because of, another conflict came up on a schedule, et cetera. But one of the things we can urge and remind everybody, and we're going to go through this again, that at least 2 committee members are there, have the meeting, or if that's not possible, then you should really try to have it as close to the original date as possible versus canceling the meeting, because you lose something in not being a frequent meeting, not having that frequency in your meeting. So, but we'll be looking at that again. Finance, we met last Wednesday, and what we did first was a little review of the goal progress, and you'll see actually resolution on in the agenda Robin was in talks with Mendham about bus services and with Warren about working with their transportation coordinator. And in terms of the goal number 3, which is assisting with negotiations, I'm sorry, goal 2, I apologize. Data has already been collected, and I think it was finalized last week. So that support is there. Excuse me. Mentioned that we previously had a review of our insurance coverage, and if we're going to do anything, it said that we have to have an appraisal. So the first, in the first round, Robin found an appraisal totaling $5K for the property. And in talking to other districts that had actually gone through the process of changing their, getting out of what is called MIG? MIG.
Morris Essex Insurance Group, MIG.
Okay. They said, first have an estimate made on the appraisal that you have now. Then if it's beneficial to you, based on whatever the rates are, et cetera, to make the change, then go for the formal appraisal. She's also seeking out other responses on a appraisal cost. Budget sheets were distributed to all the principals. She also met with those members of the administration that had not been through the budget process before, so she went through all of the rules and the regulations, rules and how they work the process and the forms, etc. In terms of inputting for the budget, I guess the goal for December was to have the salaries entered for 2026, and any question regarding personnel is going to be taken place. There's going to be a review on that to input that into the process. And moving ahead, she's going to estimate the potential revenues for 26, 27. I guess what came up, and I think this was something that Kim had found out, with the new governor, the state budget is going to come in a little later, not until March 18th. So that's going to affect, well, it can't affect our budget line because we have to have, our date doesn't change. But it will change in terms of, what will change is when we can get to our final budget. So it will have an effect on that. You're going to see there are a couple of amendments in the agenda, and maybe it would be best if I left that for Robin to go over. You want to go over those? Oh, no, all right, I will. Okay, we had to amend September bills list for a small amount, $39.33. It was one of the last items associated with changing the banks. There was obviously an increase. This is also a resolution, an increase in the minimum wage, and we had to put that into the system. And you saw that also a resolution, a request to withdraw money for an HVAC project and security upgrade. Excuse me. They did get a position. They needed one of the food aid, I'll call it a food aid or service aid, for Wednesday. They advertised and got a good response, and they were able to hire somebody for Wednesdays at Gillette. And now ads have been placed for both a assistant BA as well as a payroll analyst. Now, it doesn't mean that we're going to hire 2 people. We're going to hire only 1, but based upon what comes in terms of qualifications, Robin and George will make a decision as to whether it's the payroll analyst or the assistant BA. And there were 2 bank accounts that are in, 2 additional accounts that Robin opened in Carney Bank, where she got the, I guess, a premium rate, where it's a high yield account, where the interest rate is 0.5%, just less than the federal index. So right now it's about 3.95, and there's a potential to get $5,000 more in interest. And some of the insurance payment for the flood problem with the flood situation in Central has been received. And with that, besides a lot of other things, she's going to be able to replace some chairs and shades. But also, there were some papers that were damaged, and they were reviewed. They were, I'll call it, they passed they passed the date at which they could now be destroyed, and they got approval from both the our auditor as well as legal.
State.
I'm sorry.
The state.
The state. So that'll free up much needed storage space, and that's about it. The next meeting, it'll be January 5th, and it's actually the day of the next board meeting, and we'll only be reviewing the bills because you won't have anything else. And that's right, the bills were reviewed, so they're all ready for you to approve. Okay.
Any questions for Karen? Okay. All right, Crystal?
Nothing to report this month.
Thank you. Tom?
On 11/24, the Community Relations Committee met. The minutes are still being worked on. It's so difficult. No, but seriously, we're a little behind on getting the minutes out. They'll be out for the January meeting.
Thank you. Justin?
Yeah, just a quick update on the policy committee meeting. We did not meet in December. We had a strong year. We worked our way through more than 100 policies at a library of almost 300, and we're in good shape for 2026.
Thank you. Any questions for policy? No? Okay. Alex?
Nothing to report.
Okay. Katie?
Hi. On November 12th, the Buildings and Grounds Committee met at the Learning Commons at Central Middle School. Myself, Danielle Daly, Alex Jamos, Tom Proskoff, George Alexis, Robin Bomer, and Charles Frank were in attendance. It was really exciting to see the new middle school Learning Commons. It's a really fantastic space. It's bright. It's just an exciting place. You can tell if you've been around any middle school students when they're near it, which I'm in the building sometimes. There's a lot of buzz about it. I have 2 students who rave about it at home, and one student has a class in there and is just really excited to be in their class in that building. So it's really exciting to hear about it and to see, in the upcoming years how it's utilized. But it's really a beautiful space, and I encourage everyone, if you're in the building, to take a peek because they did a really nice job. With that, they were still going to add a few more bookshelves and some electric that still needed to be installed, but overall, it looks fantastic. Let's see, we also discussed committee goals. We're actually changing our infrastructure evaluation tool, goal to now use that tool as a way to kind of analyze what preventative maintenance we've done, update, to allow us to communicate better with the community, with the board, with everyone. So when we're telling you that we painted 3 classrooms, it'll be, we've now in the last 5 years painted 26 of the however many classrooms we've had, just to make the information more grounded in context. So that's something that we'll be working on, and it'll take some time to kind of iron out how we'll do that. But all in all, it'll allow us to have a better picture, and that way we're not just giving you a laundry list of what's been done, but actually give it kind of more context and be a little more, hopefully briefer, but with more meaning. With that, there was storage shelving installed at Gillette. They're going to kind of clean up the courtyard area outside of the superintendent's office. They're speaking with the Shade Tree Commission because there's some trees that may need to be removed, et cetera. Millington, the boiler issues were resolved and a new internal control band was installed. In Central, the insurance claim was approved, and I think Karen explained the records. The record sorting, disposition, and digitizing has been approved, and the damaged items are going to be they have been, I think, at this point, been removed. They've done some work on the rooftop unit and doing some HVAC work. And they were preparing to install a boiler control board. District-wide, the Morris County Health Department performed air quality inspections. Maintenance and repairs were done to emergency generators. The right to know and AHERA inspections have been done, and we're waiting for the results. And then they're planning on doing some inlaid carpet repairs at doorways that's being done in-house, and the condensation of refrigeration lines in ceiling plenums to be addressed. I don't know which building that is. But that'll be performed in-house, which will save us a lot of money, and it'll be done over the off-season, so there won't be any interruption of building. So our next meeting is December 17th, and that's all with that. And then very quickly, for the Ed Foundation, we had a very successful fundraiser. They raised over $10,000, so that was really fantastic, and everyone who attended the event had a really great time. The committee did an incredible job. Force for the fall season has concluded. I think there might be 1 or 2 makeup classes this week, but that has been concluded. They're in the middle of registration for the winter. It's a 6-week season. It starts in January. And then it's not on this month's agenda, but we just approved a grant to allow for there to be an emotional support dog at Millington. There'll be more information at the next meeting. I don't want to step on that. And also, they have approved a process for Central Middle School where there's going to be a reading. We have a reading program currently at both Gillette and Millington that the school district is doing, but it has been sponsored a bit by the Ed Foundation, and there's one coming for February, Read Across America Month at Central, I believe. So that'll be exciting, and we're sponsoring some rewards for students. So they're excited about that. So that is all, and thank you.
All right, great. Any questions for Katie? No? Okay. All right. So then back to me. I'll just mention that the Personnel Committee met on November 13th, and we discussed really all of the issues that under personnel on this agenda, as well as negotiations. And our next meeting is actually this Thursday, December 11th. So that is it for that. And moving to superintendent's report.
Okay, thank you. On the agenda, you'll see 2 faculty retirements, and I want to thank Jane Fragnito for her 25 years of dedicated service, and Kathy Cunningham for her 14 years of dedicated service. We wish them both only the best in their well-deserved retirements, and like I said last month, we invite all the retirees at the end of the year to come so we can celebrate them and thank them in person. The 2026-27 district calendar is on the agenda. Labor Day, as you know, is very late next year, so school will begin before the holiday weekend. In a more notable change, spring recess will occur in mid-April, 2 weeks after Easter. All of the regional districts are implementing the same spring break. And in general, with our alignment with the high school, Watchung Hills starts and ends the year 1 week earlier than we do, but otherwise our calendars are generally aligned. The next December parent information webinar will focus on technology tips for families. Jack will be joining Lori to host the session. It'll be on Thursday, December 11th at 10 a.m. and 7 p.m., and the webinars will be recorded. I want to highlight, speaking of literacy, the Wow Words Literacy Initiative focused on school-wide vocabulary development in Millington. The initiative is spearheaded by Danielle Minerva and is designed to integrate the use of 2 new words each week in an environment that embraces vocabulary acquisition with enthusiasm and teamwork. I also want to mention that the town library has started a new practice of visiting the middle school to encourage more students to take out books from the public library. The staff actually brings books to the lunchroom and allows students to check out and return their selections right there in the lunchroom. It's off to a really good start, and we appreciate the library staff's efforts. We're hopeful the program will contribute to the development of lifelong literacy habits. I want to thank the Township for sponsoring the annual volunteer dinner on Thursday evening last week. It was a very nice affair. Our Central Student Band played last evening at the Myersville tree lighting ceremony, and we got some positive feedback on their performance. I want to wish everyone peace and joy for the holidays and a restful and rejuvenating winter break. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions? I will mention the wow words is definitely penetrating brains because my older son, who's in 7th grade, said something about somebody being lackadaisical, and then my 4th grader said, "Is that a wow word?" So it's definitely, and then my 7th grader was confused because they're not doing. So anyway, it's getting through for sure.
I'm elated to hear that.
Yeah.
That's one of the wow words.
There you go. Okay, so moving on to Robin.
You know what? I think Karen and Katie covered everything in the business office very nicely, so I don't have anything to report.
Oh, good. I'm really proud of you guys. Okay, so any comments from the public on agenda items? Okay. So we are going to move into resolutions. Karen, will you move in the minutes number 1?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. DeJamos?
Yay.
Mr. Foster?
Yes.
Mr. Grosskopf?
Yes.
Dr. Marr?
Yes.
Mrs. McLennan?
Yes.
Ms. Nyquist?
Yes.
Mrs. Case?
Yes. Crystal, will you move in financials numbers 2 through 15?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. DeJamos?
Yes.
Mr. Foster?
Yes.
Mr. Grosskopf?
Yes.
Dr. Marr?
Yes.
Mrs. McLennan?
Yes.
Ms. Nyquist?
Yes, but I abstain from number 6. Resolution 6.
Okay, and Mrs. Case?
Yes. Tom, will you move in? Wait 1 second.
Financials?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Tom, will you move in special services number 16 through 19?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. DeJamos?
Yes.
Mr. Foster?
Yes.
Mr. Grosskopf?
Yes.
Dr. Marr?
Yes.
Mrs. McLennan?
Yes.
Mrs. Nyquist?
Yes.
Mrs. Case?
Yes. Justin, will you move in personnel numbers 20 through 39?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. DeJamos?
Yes.
Mr. Foster?
Yes.
Mr. Grosskopf?
Yes.
Dr. Marr?
Yes.
Mrs. McLennan?
Yes.
Ms. Nyquist?
Yes.
Mrs. Case?
Yes. Alex, will you move in curriculum number 40?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. DeJamos?
Yes.
Mr. Foster?
Yes.
Mr. Grosskopf?
Yes.
Dr. Marr?
Yes.
Mrs. McLennan?
Yes.
Ms. Nyquist?
Yes.
Mrs. Case?
Yes. Katie, will you move in policy numbers 41 through 42?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. DeJamos?
Yes.
Mr. Foster?
Yes.
Mr. Grosskopf?
Yes.
Dr. Marr?
Yes.
Mrs. McLennan?
Yes.
Ms. Nyquist?
Yes.
Mrs. Case?
Yes. Karen, back to other. Will you move in numbers 43 through 47?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. DeJamos?
Yes.
Mr. Foster?
Yes.
Mr. Grosskopf?
Yes.
Dr. Marr?
Yes.
Mrs. McLennan?
Yes.
Ms. Nyquist?
Yes.
Mrs. Case?
Yes. Thank you. Any items for discussion? Okay. Any comments from the public? Okay. I want to echo Mr. Alexis's happy holidays. Hope everyone has a safe, I almost feel like most importantly, healthy holiday season. And thank you, everybody, for a great year. Motion to adjourn.
So moved. I mean,
Second.
oh, second. Sorry.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Abstentions? Thank you.
Merry Christmas.